Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I am Zach.
I'm Shane.
We are back with Arcane, the finale.
Yes.
What do you remember? What do you think? How do you feel? And why do you want a yellow jacket?
It's Swedish. This show has been one of my favorite shows that I have reacted to and I have watched with you in recent memory.
Yeah, I really like this show. Yeah. I do. In spite of any criticisms I may have ever had, I don't want any I don't want anyone to think that I don't like this show.
You did tell me that you're rewatching with your daughters. It's completely different, right? When you're not drunk.
I'm not drunk right now, but when I'm not under the influence, it's a completely different show. At least I can pay attention to the details, and appreciate them. I most definitely am not as good of a reactor when I'm not inebriated.
Yeah, because you hold yourself back emotionally a little bit.
Well, I do a lot because I just don't give anyone anything.
It's good form. I don't try to put my emotion out there unless I'm doing this.
That's how I am when I'm sober. I don't give anyone anything.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what I do all the time when I'm sober. I work with people all the time. I give them what they need. But I don't give them anything of myself.
Yeah.
So if you want a reaction that's pure enjoyment to this show, which is very good, has very good characters,
get some liquor in you.
You got to do it when I'm inebriated, because if you don't, you're not going to get it.
In the last episode, we dealt with quite a few things. They're starting to use hex tech as weapons. We did have
to meet Zons.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the big scene in the end.
Weaponization.
Yeah, and
Hex tech with the people in the suits.
Yeah, and they were kids. Some of them were kids.
Oh yeah,
and we had Jace accidentally killed
Silco is not all that concerned about.
No, he's not.
All that shit.
Yeah, I love Silco.
I do. I love him as a villain. He's fantastic.
He is. He's absolutely incredible.
Fan-fucking-tastic as a villain.
In terms of like recent memory, besides like the established villains that we loved growing up, like Tarkin. Tarkin, Palpatine, Vader, the Patriot guy, I think he's up there.
Tavington.
I think he's, like, in recent memory, he's one of the best villains I've experienced.
Well, if you think about Tarkin and Tavington, they're kind of the same. They have the same look.
Well,
same feel.
They both want
villains.
And they both want to use scare tactics.
Yes.
And they're not above genocide.
Well, it's like the Master in The Strain.
Yeah.
His greatest weapon is breaking up the opposition, but also scare tactic.
Yeah,
that's his greatest weapon.
Yeah,
and so they understand it's a mental game on that side. It's kind of like
I'm gonna watch that again.
Well, it's kind of like Unbreakable, where you have Bruce Willis, who is this physically unstoppable foe.
Yeah, and
his opposition, which is explained in that movie, is it's Mr. Glass, but the idea is he has to be the mental combatant.
I need to see Glass.
Of that. So it's like Lex Luthor and Superman. Lex Luthor is the brains, Superman's the brawn. Even though Superman eventually gets developed and it's like, well, his brain should be more powerful than any humans too, but that exasperates Lex Luthor's abilities because his brain is so much more capable than any other humans.
Yeah.
So
what's interesting is Superman's dead in this world and Lex has been able to run amok, and this is Lex's world now, or what it would be like, and it's rampant with Shimmer. Jinx has been mortally injured, and
with her and Echo's fight,
which was a badass fight.
It was a fight. I watched it with my daughter the other day.
It was great.
It was so good.
Yeah,
it was kind of a draw.
No, yeah.
By the end of it, for different reasons.
Yeah, it did basically answer a question that I had: was did he care about Jinx? Like more than just as as a tool. He does care about her, but she is alive. And we did have that one little scene at the end where she's in the mirror behind the tall, sexy police chick,
Caitlin.
Yeah. She was in, and she had like the eye. Yeah, that's the first thing you said. You're like the eye. You said it in reaction. Yep. You did say this. She is kind of becoming more like Silco now.
She's young. She's ruled by emotions right now.
Yeah.
That's how the young are.
That's how I was.
You even said it yourself. I was more of a a hedonist when I was young.
Yeah.
I'm not as much of a hedonist now.
Yeah.
But you're ruled by your desires and your emotions when you're young. That's how she was. But she's becoming more like her surrogate father.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
And he's got this ploy and a drive and a design where she is more driven by her emotions and what's happened to her.
Yeah.
Who's been there for her, or who, in her perspective, has not been.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see it, and I love the process. It's one thing that's great about these long form shows.
My favorite characters have either been Silco or Jinx.
Yeah.
In this show, like everyone else, kind of seems like. I like Echo.
I love Vi's journey.
Vi's cool. She's a little understated right now.
Yeah.
Which it's how it's designed to be, so I understand that.
Jace and Victor, like their struggle, like they created Hextech.
Yeah.
And now it's
Jace feels like to me he's like the jock. He's like the dumb jock who's not dumb.
He's not dumb. Yeah.
But he's like the smart jock.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like the jock of the scientist world.
Yeah.
He's handsome. Got his shit going on.
Yeah.
He's
banging.
He's banging Mel.
Yeah.
He's the fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
But he's getting played.
Yeah.
Because it's not anything that they're not making it feel like he is the one saying, I want all this. This is what I want. This is what I'm making happen.
Yeah,
it's more like, oh, God, I don't know what to do.
Well, I think
I have all these interests
of
people that I care about, and I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think Hextech is spiraling out of their control.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, Victor, I think he still sees what he wants out of it.
Well, it's like,
but he's so limited by his, his handicap.
Yeah.
And
he's running like Forrest Gump though in the last one.
He was.
Also, you didn't mention Mel. We get to see her mom.
Yeah, I like her mom. I do.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just feel like it's so late in the game to introduce that character. Like they're gonna have to have more seasons of this.
Yeah.
To make up for her late entrance. I don't like late entries of powerful characters.
Yeah.
If it's a late entry of someone that's going to segue into a powerful character, I get it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have a powerhouse that says, hey, I'm here, fucking awesome, everyone sucks, but me.
Yeah.
I don't like those characters, male or female, no matter what they are. I don't care. But I get, though, her history with Mel.
Yeah, what I like is what it did for
depth to Mel.
What it did for Mel's character.
Yes.
Because
it gives depth to Mel. I rewatched some stuff with my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate Mel's character more.
No, I agree. Yeah.
She doesn't seem as seductive. She seems more vulnerable when I'm sober.
Yeah. So when you're drunk, you look at like, she's trying to fuck him over.
Yeah, I am.
Like they fucked me over. We're starting.
He knew what he was signing up for.
He's a kid. Just like they were kids.
We're done here.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Do you not understand? I am part of this now. The next parents who get a message their kid isn't coming home. I don't even know where to take it. Do we just leave him here?
You've always been a part of this. You just never had to look it in the eye. One dead kid? There's hundreds more where he came from, thanks to Silco and thanks to people like you who stuck their heads in the dirt.
This is over.
She's right.
Not for me.
Take those off.
Make me.
I hope she kicks his ass.
Then I guess you're gonna need to kill another trencher.
You won't make it alone.
You gotta do anything about that piece of shit that murdered my boy. Let me guess. Jinx will take care of it. Just like she's been taking care of everything else.
At least we have the solace of knowing he died fighting for our cause. Instead of some petty personal dispute. Help her with the body.
Where was the mom at? She signed her son up to...
Oh, yeah. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that guy with the jaw. Hate all of them. Not her. Not Silco.
Half.
I hate the fucking council, the Kim Barons. Whitey tighties?
Looks like it. Who's this? skinny. He's got these lesions on him. Sickly boy.
Victor, I know this will probably never see the light of day, but watching how you work so tirelessly to make the world a better place, well, I couldn't forgive myself if I didn't try.
So someone's calling these people a fridge. The fridges, like women that are there for male development, that die for male development.
Fridges.
Fridges. I don't know. I don't get it. You're a fridge. You're cold. He's a cold character. Well, you keep the food cold. If anything, they get the food warm. Hot meal when you get home.
You might call microwaves. I don't think he can destroy that thing. Maybe he doesn't want to. And he
feels like it's gonna have a reaction. No, the stool either.
I think he needs it now. It's like Vader wanted to destroy Palpatine, but he couldn't.
Well, would you like that? Leave.
Fuck that guy.
He looks at her like,
You little piece of shit.
what?
I don't like that guy. I like her.
Yeah.
That fucking asshole needs to go.
If there is a chance Hextech can be weaponized, we must have it.
Piltover isn't your testing ground.
I've only accelerated the process you started.
I wanted to protect the city from people like you. I can't believe you'd start a war just to cover your ass.
I would set the world ablaze to protect our family.
I stopped being part of this family the moment you cast me out. Why did you do it?
Because you weakened me. I couldn't endure the look in your eyes whenever I made the decisions, the necessary decisions to keep us safe. We need that weapon, Mel. Let the war unfold. Then you come home, take your place at my side.
I'll never do that when they say that.
It's where you belong.
Like Tiny Tim.
Only that's gonna kill you, man.
Am I interrupting?
You have to destroy it. I know. The Hex Core. I can't do it.
It's because he needs it, right?
Please.
What about your disease without the hex core?
Promise me.
Okay, we lost ourselves. Lost our dream.
You're gonna break that promise.
In the pursuit of great, we failed to do good.
Good line.
We have.
I thought now here's the man who understands what it takes to run an enterprise.
Dude, didn't you learn your lesson? He almost killed
No, he
you.
didn't. He's a piece of shit. Look at him. He's a piece of shit. He's a showy piece of shit. That's what makes him the biggest piece
Look,
of shit.
listen to him. Time's
Find out.
You with him, are you?
You screwed up, Silco.
You're too young to remember what the Undercity was before it became an enterprise. We had nothing. Loyalty. Brothers and sisters back to back against whatever the world threw at us. Now I'm forced to share the air with parasites like you, who leech off their legacies.
Today's the day you die, Silco.
That's a risk I've known all my life. But I still believe in loyalty. I would have had your son killed for this, though I suppose we're ahead on that account.
That was cool.
Were you tempted?
Not for a worm like him, but he won't be the last.
But the mother said in the other episode, you kill her now so you don't have to kill 1,000 later.
And you without your hammer?
I was reminded recently of what brought us together in the first place. The threats beyond our walls.
This city has a short memory.
progress.
Far be it from me to stand in the way.
Free trade routes, blanket amnesty, unrestricted access to the Hexgate sovereignty. You really think you're in a position to demand all this?
I give you credit for your stunt. Boy, didn't think you had the stomach. But the big display followed by a request for parley. You're tipping your hand. You're afraid.
I am afraid. Today I got a glimpse of what war between us might look like. Your people wouldn't stand a chance. Council couldn't care less. I'm trying to save you from annihilation.
Not the fresh-faced Academy pledge, are you? You want peace. This is the price.
You'll discontinue the production of Shimmer.
Half there already.
Return the gemstone. And I need Jinx. She has to pay for what she's done.
They weren't her crimes. She was working for me.
Believe me, if I had it my way, it'd be you rotting in Stillwater. But we can't make a deal with a snake and cut off its head. Get me Jinx, and I'll give you your nation of Zon.
This is the finale?
Well, there's multiple seasons confirmed, but...
I know, but this is the finale. This season.
Yes, this is.
Jesus.
All we ever wanted. The boy didn't even haggle. And what do I lose but problems? Oh, it all makes sense now, brother. Is there anything so undoing as a daughter?
Like the Book of Eli.
Well, your guard needs work. I wish I could say it gets easier, kiddo. But I'd be lying. What I can say is, she still needs you. They all do. So what do you say? That's my girl.
Fucking nice.
That was cool. Oh.
Silco.
They're right not to trust us.
You're walking a fine line, Jace.
With respect, I don't give a shit what any of you think of me anymore. Except you. You were right. My days here are numbered, but I've come with Victor, my partner, and a Zonite, with one final proposal.
Jace has brokered a peace with Silco in exchange for the Undercity's independence.
What nonsense! We have...
Fuck! Independence? How are we gonna tax that ass?
Wow.
Are we alone? For now. I'm sorry, Powder. I never meant to leave you.
You never left.
I spent so many nights in that shitty prison on that freezing floor. The only thing that kept me going was the thought of getting back to you.
Are we still sisters?
Nothing is ever going to change that.
I always knew you'd come back.
What's going on?
The Empire, like Palpatine's same.
He took everything from us. Right here, he stabbed Vander in the back. Just like he planned to with me. All the time saying you abandoned me when he knew the truth. We're missing someone.
Jeez. Your hands?
I paid your girlfriend a visit this morning.
What did you do?
I made her a snack. Sheesh, I'm not that crazy.
It's like 7. What's in the...
What's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box?
Powder! Leave her out of this!
You God.
Make her go away. Please. And you can have Powder back.
I can't. No! Powder, listen. We can just go. We'll leave and never come back.
Where would we go? No. She's not saying that.
It's true. We'll put this behind us. You'll never have to see him again, Powder.
Her name is Jinx. She's lying. You'll be with her a day before she realizes you aren't that girl anymore and turns her back on you.
You aren't lying. You wouldn't lie to me. Not again.
I'm not lying. I'm on your side. I promise.
Shut up! We're talking.
The Topsiders offered me everything. Independence, a seat at the table. All in return for you. They can all burn. Everyone betrays us, Jinx. Vander. Her. They will never understand. It's only us. You're my daughter. I'll never forsake you.
Drop the gun! Wait! She's my sister. Vi, she's too far gone.
Nice.
You see, now finish it.
Damn it, Powder! Wake up! Remember who you are. I know you remember. Picture Milo. Powder! Stop, Vander!
Shut up! Don't listen to her!
Yeah! Mom! Please!
given you to them. Not for anything. Don't cry. You're perfect.
I thought maybe you could love me like you used to. Even though I'm different.
How can know we had everything? Left these pieces.
We'll show them. We will show them all.
I want you to lose like I wanna play what could have been.
I support Councillor Talus's proposal for peace.
What could have been?
There you have it.
That was a reaction. I feel so like emotionally like sad and devastated. I'm like sick.
I'm definitely not sick, but it was definitely kind of the ending that I would prefer over the flash and bang. Let's say there was flash and bang, so don't get me wrong, but you know, to an ending that's like Bad Boys.
Yeah, it was sad. It was obviously about, and it should have been about their relationship with the sisters.
It was about the sisters and their father figures.
Yeah, and
because
they're waging a war
obviously
over.
Vi's with Vander.
Yeah,
and Powder.
It's over
Jinx.
Yeah,
with Silco.
They're fighting over Jinx's soul.
Yeah, and Silco's like, yeah, I would never have done that.
Yeah,
and he dies that way.
Yeah, and I believed him.
Yeah, he's like, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, and you know, she still chose Vi over him.
Yeah,
but he's like, I wouldn't have done that to you.
You're perfect, though.
And it kind of puts that in. But at the same time, it kind of makes me feel like you don't see who he's pointing the gun at.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Yeah.
So he could have been pointing it at Jinx because of Jinx's mental disposition. What he says in the end could be continuation of his will.
Yeah.
He can say that regardless of what happens. Like, I thought you were perfect. I wouldn't have done it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still getting what he wants.
I guess I believe him, though. I think I did.
I don't.
You know?
Not completely.
Yeah.
Like, I think Vander would have been more... I think Silco's more disingenuous than Vander.
I guess I feel like you're right. But I feel like what made it hard for Jinx is, like, both father figures... What about loyalty? Like, well, especially Vander talked about Silco loyalty, because he kind of stressed that. I think because they were both.
But I think ultimately with Silco though is more about his goal than loyalty, whereas Vander was more about loyalty than his goal.
Yeah.
If you're gonna weigh them,
but I guess I feel like Vander fucked over Silco, so his loyalty is like.
I think they're very close.
Yeah.
But Silco is a guy whose betrayal that occurred to him is now willing to fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
Fuck everything everybody else wants as long as I get what I want. I'll justify what everybody else wants in my own little spectrum. I'll make it all make sense in my own little spectrum as long as I get what I want.
I guess
that's how Silco is.
I guess I feel like people who are betrayed, at least in my experience, like I feel like it makes it makes me want to be more loyal.
If you're a decent person, but not most people I don't find are like.
I feel like
the normal people. There are normal people.
Yeah,
like hobbits. You know, like the normal decency of everyday life.
Do you think Silco has demonstrated that he's willing to like do anything like for Jinx, including at the behest of his business and like his business partners?
No, I don't trust him ultimately.
Okay.
I still think he's a shitty guy that's going to get what he wants in the end, even if he has to abandon that fact. You don't know who pointed the gun at.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's like I said, Jinx still chose her sister over him.
Yeah.
But I still don't trust him over someone like Vander.
Vander would never betray anyone. Well, I mean, he would betray Silco, but he learned from it. I think
he did.
Yeah.
He went through it. He learned it. Whereas Silco had the opposite reaction. He was betrayed.
Yeah.
And he felt like, well, now loyalty's a big thing, but he's like, fucking, like, everyone's life sucks now because of him.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's because he's became disloyal out of Vander's disloyalty. I think it just...
Well, it's a different thing, because Vander's loyalty...
His will, like you said.
Because they get sick from the inside out, and Silco's loyalty is from the outside in.
Yeah.
So Silco's like, you should all be loyal to me.
Yeah.
And Vander's like, no, I'm going to be loyal to all of you. So,
after
very different
yeah.
circumstances. But you can't say like it's after he did this or after so and so did that. You're human. People make mistakes. If you think you're going to be perfect from birth until death, I don't know. Call yourself Jesus. Make yourself feel better about it. Make yourself grandiose. And fly away on your chariot. But these are people. They're made to believe. They are people that are making humanistic mistakes.
Yeah.
And
like the way I interpret it is like, I sincerely believe at Vander's point in his life that we got to see him that he would have given up the children. And I'm 100% sure of that. And I'm 99% sure Silco wouldn't have. But I'm not 100% sure.
Exactly.
But I guess I would bet money on it.
I believe Silco's philosophical beliefs would probably trump his beliefs in family.
But I feel like multiple times the show has showed us like, all right, you need to get your shit together. You're doing... Everything is suffering because of your relationship with Jinx. And he won't give her up. And if that's true, it's like he got betrayed by his best friend. And he got betrayed by his daughter and he died. Like, it makes you feel like it's almost more... If that's true. I'm not sure what's true. But either way, his death was utilized in a great way. I don't want him to die, but if he's going to die, then dying the way he did was great.
I think the way Silco died is like he was the last father figure that Jinx had.
Yeah.
She had Vander. He died. Then she had Silco.
Mm-hmm.
And then he died.
Yeah.
So now she doesn't have that father figure to kind of bear responsibility for what she's doing.
Yeah.
Now it's all on her.
Yeah.
And, I'd say, like he said, is there anything so undoing as a daughter?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of responsibility in having a daughter. I think this show is fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just visually speaking, musically speaking, in a lot of ways, it's a fan-fucking-tastic show. I think this is better than most shit that I've watched in a long time in terms of enjoyment. I'd never played the games. Yeah. I don't know the difference between the games and the show. I never played the games.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go back and play the games because I watched the show. I'm not. I get that there's an emotional reaction to having that juxtaposition of small characters wielding big things. I'm guilty of it. Ashley Wood, in a lot of his comics, especially his own personal comics, has, like fucking robots with these tiny little legs and huge bodies.
I interpret it as when she had her, was it a Hex Gauntlet? Is that what it's called? Or Hex Glove?
Yeah.
When it got fucked up, it looked like it lost its ability for her to even hold it up.
It got stabbed.
Yeah, and then like...
some kind of functionality got fucked up.
And then the weight of it completely was making her lopsided. So I think she had to take it off.
I think the series as a whole was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I did like the moment where Silco punished all the Kim Barons. And I'm glad to have seen that one fucking die in this episode.
Me too. Did you think that she was going to... And does any part of you think that she was going to fuck with Silco?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so, because none of the other characters were strong enough.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect to see Silco so scared.
You mean? Oh yeah. At that point, it looked like he was shaking.
He was.
Yeah.
He was definitely shaking. He was definitely scared. He
Yeah.
definitely showed it.
Yeah.
In this episode.
And then he said, "Was a part of you tempted?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I think because she betrayed Vander essentially.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going to, but then when she was positioned behind him in a way where she did the sword thing, I was like, oh.
I didn't see it happening because the other characters didn't carry enough weight to make any story happen.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect them to show Silco being so scared.
Yeah.
He's like kind of like
yeah,
cowering. And
yeah. What's going to happen to the council now? Do you think? You think they're all? I mean, I don't think they're all going to die.
No.
And I do actually know that Jace is alive in a game. So
yeah.
I imagine.
This is a precursor.
I don't know if Mel is alive.
Yeah, the way she set her ring down and kind of abandoned her family lineage.
Yeah.
Maybe think it could be her.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I would think it'd either be her or Caitlyn's mom.
And then the resolve now of like Jace, it's like now there's going to be no fucking peace. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it'd be Mel or Caitlyn's mom.
Yeah, I love the characters, but I know how you feel about villains. But do you feel now that Silco is dead, and he was like my favorite villain? I think he was like incredible to watch.
I think he's my favorite villain of all time. But
No.
good.
Yeah, do you feel like season 2? Do you think like it's going to have like big shoes to fill, or do you think they'll be able to do it?
I think that they definitely have to have a different method with Jinx.
Yeah.
So she has big shoes to fill.
I don't think she can be Silco.
She can be like the Joker though.
Yeah. Yeah, and just be chaos.
Yeah.
Or anarchy or whatever.
Yeah. So, Silco was kind of controlled. Like, he had an idea of what he wanted to do in spite of what it cost everyone else.
Yeah.
But Jinx is more like the psychotic introvert.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on inside of her is now affecting everything else in her world. So, as opposed to the extrovert, where it's a lot. There's nothing on the center.
A lot of people with mental disorders, they have that. What's going on inside affects their relationships, and then the thing they're most afraid of is that it affects their relationship, and then how people accept them.
That makes sense. You should just abandon everyone else and just live by yourself, like me.
You know, one of my favorite parts of the episode, actually, and it kind of made me think of Gangs in New York, is just Silco sitting on that sculpture of Vander, talking to his old
like
nemesis,
with priest.
his old nemesis / old brother. Like, how do we get here? What do we do now? You know, and it's like probably the only person who could relate to him and understand him is the person he killed.
Yeah,
rightfully so. Even though I hated it, but it was rightfully so.
Well, you never know, because Vander might have had a good reason to kill him. That's the thing. You don't know all the details.
No, I don't. And I don't know if those stories
like Priest had a good reason to kill Bill the Butcher.
I think we both kind of thought, like, hey, it's unfortunate that your son died, but it looked like that you're really in a shady organization. And
well, I agree with you that she wasn't there.
Yeah,
her son was.
Yeah,
so
it's like...
Fuck that cunt. I take my kids and I take them out of situations that would get them hurt. Yeah. Why would you allow them to be there in situations that would?
Have you seen Gone Baby Gone?
Yeah, I have.
So, the mother and that...
Yeah, fuck that mother. Yeah, she sucks.
And Morgan Freeman, so did you believe...
And she sucks in the end, too.
Yeah, because she's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
And the main character realizes that.
Yeah.
And
Morgan Freeman was... I don't... It's a great thing. I don't know if he should have kidnapped the girl, but... He obviously was probably going to be a better father figure than...
Hell yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
The mother was horrible. Yeah. Not the worst, but she still sucked.
Yeah, yeah. Victor...
We're going to destroy the hex core.
And it feels like the hex core has some kind of agency.
Victor is reliant on the hex core.
Yeah.
He's addicted. He's telling Jace, like, hey, please destroy it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So Jace should destroy it.
Yeah.
All the right things are not going to happen.
Yeah.
And because of that, we will have more of a show to react to.
Yeah.
So that's just the reality of it. And Jace isn't going to do it because that council is going to get blown the fuck up. And so people are going to die.
Yeah.
And it's either going to be Caitlyn's mom or Mel, which are equally going to have a reaction from him.
Yeah.
Because he grew up with Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Or he's friends with Caitlyn. And Mel is his lover. So,
and that might make Mel's mom like, you guys got to do something. If not,
more militant. Yeah,
I'm going to bring my people here, and we're going to fucking what's it called? We're going to occupy this area.
I think more the case because of the way Mel was taking off her ring.
It's symbolic. It's just like when Danny takes off the Dragon Doji symbol.
Yep.
What are you doing? I just watched it today. I fucking cry for the first time watching that.
Yeah. I cry when the red fern grows.
That's a hell of a movie.
Shut the dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Old Yeller, man.
Old Yeller.
Draco.
I didn't cry when Draco died.
You cried when Draco died because I was there.
Because you were crying.
You can't give me. You were crying, made me cry. You're not a man of empathy. Don't tell them that.
Yeah, I am. I really do think this show is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I do.
If you don't mind talking about it, what do your kids think about it?
Well, my youngest just watched it with my oldest, and my youngest is just like, "Hey, I don't get to use the TV as much as my older sister."
Yeah.
So, for her, it's just kind of like,
yeah.
When I was at work, like she was stuck watching what my oldest was watching.
Yeah.
My oldest really likes it.
Yeah.
And not to give any details about my oldest, but there's a lot of things she likes about it.
Yeah.
And a lot about the characters, and yeah, she actually thought my favorite character would be Vander.
I love
He's
Vander.
kind of like the manly, bearded bartender guy.
I don't think
I do like him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love a good villain.
Yeah.
And so Silco to me was a very good villain. The way he ended was a little unclear.
Mm-hmm.
Like it made it uncertain of who he's pointing the gun at.
No, yeah, you're right.
Because he could have pointed the gun at Jinx, and then said, "Hey, I wouldn't have done it to you."
Yeah.
Like one of those fucking guys. I definitely do not like those characters. Like the guys that try to play on the vulnerable.
No, yeah,
mind
fuck 'em.
kind of shit. Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So
I really felt for Vi in that place because she's like a fuck, like.
Well, hell yeah, because she's fucked either way. Like if
Yeah.
like Jinx is kind of unreliable psychologically.
Well, I was hoping that Kate didn't get loose, and then we'd have Jinx independently come to her senses without being forced to make a decision.
But she still made a decision in spite of it.
She did, and she made the right one, I believe. But I feel like
Well, she did, but it's still like she probably didn't realize the cost it would be to her.
yeah, and I think, Silco's. Unless Vi can get to her, like you were talking about in a couple episodes, you might not remember. You're a little inebriated.
I was very.
But when Jinx was going a little crazy, you were worried that maybe there wouldn't be a human confrontation between them because Jinx is going off the deep end. She might turn into Harley Quinn, and we wouldn't have that moment. But I feel like we did.
Well, we had a moment, but it's more like a resolution on Jinx's. It's probably like it felt more like Jinx is having a conversation on her end, and that Vi and Silco were an audience to it.
Yeah.
Because she really wasn't including Vi or Silco in on her argument.
Yeah, we saw
She's
her.
just like, hey, what am I supposed to do? She's asking herself that.
Yeah.
These other voices are present, but they're not very big influencers on her opinion. They're just like opinions that are there, but ultimately
she has to work out her mental issues.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the way, like the art was, because the show always shows like these moments where like the art, like elevates itself so much where it stands
Well, it was
out.
like that in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
In the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Because the animation becomes so much different.
Yeah.
Like if you think about Wrath.
Oh yeah.
Fear of Bradley.
Yeah.
And like a lot of those scenes are like when the homunculi are attacking.
I think of My Hero Academia a bit too.
Well, that's after the fact.
Yeah. When she had that scene when she was working out the emotion of, and then it basically had all this color that I think was representative of her inner turmoil, and it was like, just kind of like the fight with Echo, like it just was a whole new level of awesome. That's you being an artist. I thought maybe you'd appreciate it probably more than me.
No, like this show, one thing it gets right. Or like I rewatched the fight between Jinx and Echo.
Yeah.
With my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was so well written,
Yeah.
so well timed, the music,
Yeah.
everything about it.
Yeah, I don't got anything else, and I know you probably get to bed here soon. So, no, dude, I'm so glad we got to watch the show together. This is.
I agree. I really like this show. I don't care no matter what criticisms I've had.
Yeah.
I still really like the show.
Yeah, a lot of yours was coming up from a place of like, just like me, you haven't played the game, so you're just questioning basic things. And, yeah.
I'm questioning things from my perspective.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like these are things that I would question, but at the same time, it's a great show. great fucking show.
No, I agree.
Like, the animation is brilliant. The fight sequences are brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
The music is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, they've done so many things right with this show that, in terms of animation and animated shows, like, I think
in terms of it's like a
in terms of cartoons recently,
yeah,
this is one of the ones that got it absolutely right.
And it's a video game adaptation, which is great too. So
it is. It does. Yeah.
One of the few good adaptations.
Nintendo should come back and make that Mario adaptation, or
well, they're making one. They are,
but
yeah.
Zelda, which they pulled from Netflix.
It's because someone was talking. Someone was talking about
leaking motherfucking rat.
They had two things.
Some cheesy fucking rat.
the Departed. I don't know if we'll directly replace this time slot, but we were talking about doing Peacemaker. So we did put up the reaction last week. When you watch this, it'll be last week, and maybe we'll do that. I imagine we will. I know if not, we're going to watch it on our own time.
Well, Peacemaker feels like a show we should watch.
We're going to watch it anyways, whether we react it or not. And yeah, guys, we'll be doing more stuff on the channel, and make sure you guys check out our Star Wars, check out our Gravity Falls. I want to get back into doing Castlevania. That is also one of my favorite shows we were doing. So that is also considered one of the greatest video game adaptations. I don't have anything else, dude. For real, love doing this with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And check out other stuff. You anything? Last words, sir?
No. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like what we do here, you can like and subscribe. You will find us on Instagram. You will find us on Twitter.
Both.
If you don't, you won't. We won't hold it against you because we never knew you. And if you like what you saw here and you continue to subscribe and you continue to comment, we'll get to know you and we'll get to like you, and maybe we won't. I don't know. I don't know you.
Never knew you. Like the sinners who were too late.
Pretty much. Never knew them.